What usually stops me, and maybe you too, is the perfectionist trap. We get stuck asking, what if I'm not good enough? Or what if I'm wasting time and money? Until we overthought our way into doing nothing at all. That's perfectionism, procrastination, and fear of failure. For 16 paintings in January until now, I whooped out those excuses out of me, and I will tell you how. And the secret is actually quantity over quality. Hello guys, and welcome back, or just welcome to my channel. My name is Hasina, and on this channel I'm logging my way back to art again. And one thing leading to another, I ended up starting oil painting instead of drawing a comic as initially planned. Still, I'm keeping my comic idea in mind for better inspiration later. So let's get into it. I recently heard a story about a pottery class that whooped perfectionism out of me. The story goes, on the first day of class, the ceramic teacher divided the class into two groups, where one group were instructed to work for 30 days on one perfect pot. And meanwhile, the second group was instructed to make one pot a day for 30 days, regardless of quality. On grading day, surprisingly, or not that much, the highest quality pots all came from the second group. The quality group was busy theorizing about how to make the perfect pot, and the quantity group just worked straight away, learning for each mistakes made over the 30 days and, ultimately, getting better. Through the quantity, in other words, repetition and practice, the second group achieved quality work. And here are my clay pots. This little story is the answer to the what if I'm not good enough question. The fact is, you will never be good if you don't practice. I wish I could have made more, but I have to work. I have a disclaimer though. I have an art background, so to speak, but mostly digitally. And switching to traditional medium was pretty difficult. No Control-Z my mistakes away. But I finally could see my mistakes, accept them, and work on them. Figuring out light without overlay, multiply, and all the layer effects is very humbling. But I am going there. Another question is, what if I start and it's horrible? Let's be real. If you are at the very start of your journey, or at any part of the journey, you are always bound to mess up. How many less is determined by how long you practice. I have some years of artistic endeavors behind me, and there is always something that I don't like. I still have ugly phases and up phases with each painting, and I made peace with it and accepted that it's a part of the process. And let me show you a painting where I messed up but learned a lot. This is Consort Kang from Bon Appetit Your Majesty. I really love that Korean drama, and I found Consort Kang very, very beautiful, and I really wanted to paint her. I achieved a resemblance with the photo at some point, but didn't stop. I kept pushing the paint, scrapped and repaint. Then I did some glaze, and yeah. I learned that what is important when painting is to know when to stop. Here is where you ask yourself the question, am I passionate enough to continue? Is it making me happy? Because in endeavors, hobby, and activities have this deep phase or doubt phase where you can be discouraged or despair. I will refer you to one of my oldest videos where I go through each phase when you start something. The title is Before Starting Your Project, What I Wish I Knew. The principles are the same. My point is, at this stage, is to identify if it's for you or not. If you work for something you love and believe in, it's called passion. And if you work hard for something you don't care and don't believe in, it's stress. You have the right to stop if you don't like it. We have enough pressure in our life, and please don't inflict yourself more. Personally, I have my mother's voice in my head that I need to fight Like, if you start something, you have to finish it, or you have already invested time and money, better make it worth it. That's a lot of scarcity mindset, and I understand where she comes from, but there is no harm trying new things, even if it doesn't work. Once you decide to try it for the joy of it, the next hurdle, beside mental, is the cost of the supply. And I have some tips and tricks for that. But there is no tricks for saving time, sadly. Rather, a mindset shift to counter the hustle mindset. I was the kind of person stuck in a loop of wanting to do something, then scared to waste my time, and wasting my time before tutorials on or Netflix, being angry at myself not starting anything. It's worth our time to try. Then identify if you don't like it and let it go instead of sitting in a state of regret, not knowing. And if you're scared of wasting your money in case you don't like oil painting or anything else, eBay is your friend, or any thrift shop. I bought used painting for my sketchbook there. Some of them were never opened. There are a lot of people that decided that oil painting weren't theirs and sold their used materials for cheap. I saw some varnish brushes, canvas there, some brand new, some not. And I got my easel there. That makes me so happy. I feel so lucky finding it. All of that make it very low stake if it happens that you don't like it. And you can still sell your old materials or gift it them. Believe me, you're going to make some people happy. That's it. There is nothing new that you didn't hear somewhere else, because there is no magical technique that will replace practice and loving what you're doing. I hope I could help you find clarity. At some point of the practice, I felt confident enough to start my originals. I'm planning to make more videos, to go through all 16 painting and tell you what I've learned, and at which point I've decided to paint my own. So that's it for today. I hope you like it, and subscribe if you aren't. Thank you for staying until the end, and et des bisous!